Alright guys, I'm going to make a very simple and quick video on my Foreman 350D right here on how to do a fan override switch. And this will be relevant for any air-cooled Honda four-wheelers. Quick diagram on this bike. Your blue wire right here, that is your trigger wire for the relay. So I simply have it grounded right here to a chassis ground. I will turn my key on. I will ground the wire out now. Right. And the fan is rolling. Just like that, disconnected. So now that you understand how simple this actually works, it's just a temperature switch that screws into the motor with one wire out. Typically this is a 2-wire setup. Don't worry about that. Also, when you turn the key off, the fan will also turn off with the system. Here's what you need. Now, this switch is not waterproof. They do offer these with a 2-wire with a rubber grommet around this. I'll try to find that and link it. If not, I will link this one right here. But it's a piece of cast aluminum, and it will bolt on right here. Very OEM looking, very nice. I'll also include a link for the crimp and the heat shrink crimps. You definitely want these. Don't use the other ones. This is the way to go. Crimp it with that, and then you heat it. It will never come off. Here's an example here on my Honda for that rigid light bar. Okay, this one was a 3-wire. So when it comes on, it's a powered switch. You don't want a powered switch. See, in there's your rubber grommet, which I like a lot. But I needed a traditional on-off switch because I'm using this to go to ground. So I will ground this wire, and then this wire will go actually to this pin connector down here, which I will make a small harness for it. So let's show you how to do this quick and easy, on-off fan override. Here's an example of a traditional oil sensor. Now what this does, you have a wire coming into the engine itself. This is in the motor. Oil heats up this area right here, heats up to a certain temp, and it actually makes a connection, therefore it is grounded. The ground goes to a relay, which turns on your fan. Very simple. These can fail with time. They get overheated, or maybe the sensor inside actually starts to fail or it goes out of its parameters, and that's why maybe you like to do a fan override switch. But general operation of what this thing is right here. Fully installed and looking good. So let me show you where the wires are actually crimped, right in there. I used the brown wire into the chassis ground. Green wire follows all the way down to here where I made a Y. Now pay attention, this green wire is coming down from my harness into a bullet connector, and then I used a piece of another wire wide out to a male bullet connector into my female original harness. So that way you could yank this out, put it back the way it was from the factory, and you're not cutting your factory harness. I simply added in my own, call it a splice, but it's with bullet connectors, so it's removable. With this Y system, you are not technically bypassing your oil sensor. This thing can still work. When this sensor gets hot enough, it will make ground and your fan will come on. On this particular model, I've had 2 of these now. Oil has to be red hot, red hot for this sensor to actually work. It's obviously out of its parameter, its ohm reading. That's why I'm bypassing this. But if you had an ATV that you wanted to have worry-free operation and make sure that your system still works as it is, this switch does not interfere with that. Let's turn it on. Okay, neutral. Light went off. Fan is on. And then we turn the fan off. Perfect. One more time. And O is for off. Very, very simple install. $10 to $15, and we're talking easy, very easy. If you feel like your engine's running hot or you're doing a lot of slow riding, this is a great way, especially in the summertime, to keep these big air-cooled engines running properly. This is almost I think a 25-ish horsepower engine, air-cooled, putting down a trail. That oil cooler up in here, it needs airflow, and it just helps these engines a lot during the summer. So if you find this video helpful, smash that like button. I always appreciate it. This is what I like to do. Dirt bikes, four-wheelers, brand new four-wheelers, super old four-wheelers. I like everything mechanical with a motor. So if you like that, smash that subscribe button. And as always, I'll see y'all next time.